Welcome to the Scrapyard. Today's episode is brought to you by TripIn. TripIn is the bridge for connection and the perfect planning app for any type of trip. Get planning and collaborating today with TripIn, available on Apple and the Google Play Store. All right, so hello everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of the Scrapyard. We are here with our third guest episode, but official second guest. Hello, could you kindly introduce yourself for the camera?
Hi, my name is Kadir Yeles. I'm 26 years old. I stand 5'11". Please turn to your right. Camera smile.
All right, awesome.
Anyway, I'm just an actor and model here in the Philippines, pursuing my career. And yeah.
Awesome. So before we get into the meat of today's discussion, we want to do two things. So we're trying out segments, and this is going to be our first time trying out our new official segment, the Positivity Corner, aptly named by Marco, but if you have any suggestions for a new name, I don't quite like it, so please fire away. So Positivity Corner, what's going on in your lives that you are really happy about or positive about or just generally want to share with the world?
Yeah, Johnny, started off with some really nice positive news on Earth.
Okay, on Earth. Italy has become the first country to make learning about climate change compulsory for school students, which means every student now, from I think grade 3 onwards, has to learn about climate change or the climate crisis as part of their school curriculum. I think that's great. I think it's a big win for the world in general.
Yeah, I think that's important.
Yeah, it's definitely important.
Yeah, climate change is important.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. They need the youth need to know about this.
Yeah, exactly. So Viva Italia. Marco, personal life, what's going on?
Personal life, what's it called? After our last episode with Patrick, I found that constructively learning about how not to argue has affected my life ridiculously positively.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like I took it extremely seriously. How not to, don't cold shoulder people. One, don't invalidate their feelings. Two, don't what's it called? Yeah, the other two.
Good job.
Wait, so you're not arguing with what relationship-wise?
No, with anyone. You can put it in
right,
anything.
okay.
Like me and Johnny have a company outside of this that does energy management.
Right.
And when we had a dispute, it took 1 minute to resolve.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
really nice. Like
That's
it was like literally like a script from I heard you, I acknowledge you, this is how I feel, but this is how I will act to meet you halfway.
Right.
So now I can't find a girlfriend because Johnny's my standard.
Okay.
It's an impossibly high standard.
Right.
Kadir, what about you? What's going on in your life that you want to share?
I guess something positive that's just recently happened with me is my father just arrived yesterday.
Oh, that's so nice.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, it was kind of a bit of a surprise as well. He comes here often for just some investments,
Uh-huh.
but
That's like
I
really shady.
no,
Just investments, man.
it's condo investments. So he does.
Okay.
He comes here often for condo investments. Actually, he's the reason why I started coming here in the first time in the Philippines and why I love it so much. But just this time I didn't know he was coming so soon to visit me. Exactly. So it was a bit of a big surprise, but also a very positive one.
When was the last time you saw him?
4 months ago. Yeah.
Damn. Describe
Awesome.
your dad in 3 words.
Bubbly, amazing, and just awesome.
Oh, that's
Marco
sweet.
is so jealous right now.
Yeah, I have that. I have hard daddy issues.
Oh shit. Okay.
Like,
What-
like your
why,
dad,
what
your
is
dad
this?
flew to see you 4 months after like a 4-month period, right?
Right.
We live in the same house. I haven't seen the dude in longer than that. Like, I don't know where he is, man. I'm sure he's doing fine.
No,
Yeah.
he's doing it.
But it's really great, and we're really happy for you.
Thank you.
What's going on in my life? I started meditating, like a bit more regularly.
Real meditating.
Well, like mindfulness meditating, where you literally just try to just like calm my mind, which is pretty great because I'm kind of ADHD, right?
Okay.
So I tried doing it for like 10 minutes a day, and it's been super, super helpful. Like a lot of my stress and anxiety, like the base levels just really drop, and it kind of just sets the tone for the rest of the day. So
The real question is, how do you meditate?
you literally just sit in proper posture, and you just close your eyes and just focus on your breathing for 10 minutes.
Right. Okay.
That's literally it. And
You ever try it?
I've heard like great things about meditating, especially like being in a hectic industry,
yeah, man.
or just any kind of hard work in general. Like you really need like to input meditation. I heard
Yeah.
that is a key for all these successful like
Yeah.
people out there. They all meditate, man.
I know. I highly, highly recommend it. I mean, it's hard to It's hard to do, and it's hard to keep doing regularly. But I mean, it's been like a week or two, and it's been pretty good for me. Like I started really trying to religiously do it. Before I would do it every so often. Religiously doing it, kind of a game changer.
Dude, nice. I love that. So I wanted to focus on something about Kadir specifically. He told me he had a gaming career. And I wanted to know the ins, the outs, how that worked, how you got into it, like the stigma, all of that.
So when we say
Wow.
gaming, we're talking about online gaming. So
Yeah,
video games.
online gaming. Yeah,
Alright.
exactly. Console gaming in general, but
Okay.
also on the PC.
Mm.
But dude, that's a long story, man. That
Dude,
brings
that's why
me
we're
back.
here, man. 40 minutes. These things run for 40 minutes, man.
Yeah.
Like,
So okay. So starting from the beginning, my father introduced me to gaming.
mhm.
Amazing.
Into
Best father
yeah,
ever.
Yeah, he got me a Sega Mega Drive when I was like
What-
3 years old.
What is a Sega Mega Drive?
Dude, it is. It is just. It goes way back before PlayStation.
Before the PlayStation.
Yeah, like Nintendo 64 and whatnot. It's like,
What are you like? We're the same age, man.
dude, I'm 26, but
Yeah.
my dad had it, so it's like
What was the game of the Sega Mega Drive? Because I've never heard of a Sega
Probably-
Mega Drive.
Terminator. So I don't know. it
That
was
sounds
like-
pretty good.
Yeah, it was good, man. Dude, they even had. You know how they have VRs right now?
Yeah.
Like VRs, or like they have a controller and you shoot on the screen and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Uh-huh.
With sensors. They still had that back in the day. I had one of those.
You had
That's
VR
amazing.
when you were 3?
It wasn't a VR headset, but it was
Mm.
it was just like having a gun as a controller and shooting the screen.
Oh, like in an
And there was a
arcade?
sensor, yeah.
Like in an arcade? That's
yeah, no,
awesome.
I had that in my house.
That's
At that-
amazing.
When you're
Back
3?
in in the 90s. It's
That's awesome.
yeah, it's crazy. But I was introduced like that. So yeah, and then yeah, my brother, he's 3 years older than me. He's 29, and he first started competing before me. He played Counter-Strike
Mm.
Awesome.
religiously. Actually, probably dropped out of school because of it.
Your brother.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Wild.
So yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, he went pretty wild at that. Shout out to my brother.
Mm.
He will be watching this for sure.
Awesome, dude.
And yeah, so he got into it, and looking up to him, I kind of wanted to live those moments as well.
Of course.
So you dropped out quicker. I'm gonna show you,
The thing
man.
is, I didn't know that the difference between me and my brother is I did not drop out. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. No, I wanted to at least pass high school.
No,
and then-
I'm sure that doesn't make him insecure like at all.
no, definitely not. But I was kind of like balancing both school and gaming.
Mm.
But yeah, at the age of 16, I first traveled. My first traveling trip to Sydney. I'm based in Melbourne, in
Mm.
Australia, and yeah, I traveled for my first time for online gaming competition, and
Holy
I
shit.
placed. I didn't place well in my first one, but for the team one. But then I played free for all. It's where everyone just competes against everyone,
Mm.
and yeah, I placed top 10 in that. It was,
Wait, sorry. What game is this?
Halo. This was.
Oh my
for-
god, that's
Yeah, this was for
fucking
Halo
good.
Reach. Yeah.
Sick.
Halo Reach is one of my all-time favorite
Really?
games.
You played that?
Yeah, dude. I would only play against my 2 scrub brothers,
Yeah.
and I wrecked them every single time.
Did they get mad when you beat them?
No, 'cause they accepted.
Oh, okay.
I was like the boss that they could never beat.
Okay.
It's okay. They're not gonna watch, but even if they did, I hope you know, crush you every time.
That's cool.
But I love that game. That just story-wise, also that was a wonderful
Yeah,
game.
I love it, man.
Holy shit!
It was known for the great campaign, and then they just made a really amazing multiplayer from
Yeah.
Halo 3 onwards. And yeah, so I competed, for my first national event.
That's awesome.
Yeah, in Sydney. And then from then on, I just kept competing. I went from playing competitive Halo into competitive Battlefield. I played
Awesome,
Battlefield 3
awesome.
competitively for about 2 years.
Okay.
We went undefeated in ANZ, Australia and New Zealand, for about 1.5 years.
Holy
Fuck.
shit!
This is all
yo.
recorded on the internet. If
Awesome.
you search my name, it is true. I am
That's-
not bullshitting.
That's
Wait,
awesome.
can we cuss on the?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Balls.
yeah, dude. I've been
Alright.
saying it. Yeah.
Shit. All right.
Fuck,
so-
shit,
all
right.
right, okay,
Uncircumcised. Like what?
Right. Okay. Got ya. Yeah, and then from Battlefield to League of Legends, I played that quite religiously. Streamed as well.
All right.
Awesome. Quite a bit, and then I competed. From League of Legends, I went back to Halo 5, and that was probably my biggest success. Was Halo 5. I
Awesome.
flew to America for that.
Whoa.
Crazy.
That was in 2017 and 2018. I had my last competition for Halo 5, and then everything changed.
Oh,
Awesome.
how did everything change, buddy?
I changed career paths. No, the game actually died out, and then
Yeah, it sounds like it.
and then I went back into my acting and modeling,
Very nice.
career.
What's the day-to-day schedule of someone that's balancing work and balancing school at the same time, especially in the gaming industry?
Wow, it was tough, man, because you had to, for like while competing professionally and earning money as well and traveling a lot, you definitely have to put in the hours, for gaming. So I had to play at least 6 to 8 hours a day.
Wait, holy
fucking
fuck.
Christ.
Yeah,
What?
dude, no, this
Really?
is serious, man. And this isn't like
Like, I'm sick of this
this
by
is
now.
the minimum.
Six
yeah,
to
no,
eight.
it's actually
On top of school, on top of life, holy shit.
yeah, it was crazy because I was also going to university. I was studying Bachelor of Psychology
Awesome.
and balancing all my assignments and then training with my team. It was ridiculous, man. It was so stressful.
Holy fuck.
I want to go into the money of it. How much did you guys make, and how does a team like that support itself and etc. Do you have sponsors? Do you look for sponsors? Do you have a marketing thing?
Right. So, yeah, we definitely have sponsors, especially in Australia. The thing is, in Australia, the infrastructure in competitive gaming isn't so big. So they don't really support the players so much, especially like in comparison to other countries such as America. They have a big infrastructure for gaming. They support their players. There's a lot of sponsorships that that get on board with the players and the teams. So they're always ahead in terms of gaming, in terms of competitive gaming, especially America, Korea, those Asian countries. But in Australia, it's not that big, so it would only make sense that the payment isn't as big as well. So the prize pool isn't so much, but I would get, for a competition for placing first, I would get about $500-$600 for a competition, and there'll be about one big competition every few months, every couple months. And then on top of that, you get like online tournaments. So you play at
Right.
home. This isn't
Yeah.
a competition that you like a LAN environment, like where everyone gets together and like competes in one room. There's online tournaments, and that would happen like weekly, where you can win like $150 Australian dollars.
That's really good, actually.
Yeah, which is what's $100, 100 Australian.
3,700 pesos.
Right. Okay. There you go.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad weekly. It's
Yeah.
not bad.
But for example, so you were saying that you have a team, right? How
Right.
did you go about finding your team? And how did you guys pool together? Is it a sort of like somebody's holding like an online tryout, or are you a bunch of friends who just
Yeah.
stuck it through?
That's cool.
Right.
That's
It's
a good one.
yeah. It's definitely like an online tryout, but also you can stem from friends. A lot of friends build their own team and just like stick together and whatnot. But if you want to go professionally, friends, there's no such thing as friends. You really have to like be professional at it. You have to, it's not. It's a friendship at the end of the day, but also it starts from how good you are as a player. Just because you're a friend doesn't mean you're a good player. If you're not good, then
Right. Yeah.
but definitely it starts from just from tryouts, online tryouts. There's a lot of websites where you can just register, hey, I'm looking for a team. And yeah, they will just find you there and try you out and see if you go well.
That's pretty awesome. So what is your team, if you don't mind?
Well, in Halo,
Yeah, in Halo. And how was that experience like?
well, I stuck with one team for my whole Halo 5 career.
Okay.
That was for 3.5 years, and I built that team with another guy, which is Woggy.
Okay.
Amazing shout outs to Woggy. It's called Authority. Pretty big, pretty well known. I think it's the biggest community based. We built a community around it, so
Right.
it's a community based team. And yeah, so yeah, we're called Authority, and it's a well known team within the Halo
The Halo 5
gaming,
community.
Yeah, community. Yeah.
So when you train you were saying you trained every day for that.
Right.
Would you actually physically get together with your teammates, or would you just meet online? Like, how much was your actual interaction with them, say, like in person versus online?
Right. Well, it's difficult because we all live in different states. So
Right.
yeah. So we
And Australia is ridiculously massive.
yeah, it's a pretty big country. So it's hard to get together and practice. But
Right.
obviously that's the dream. That's the goal, right? To practice together in the same house and
Yeah,
same
yeah,
room.
yeah.
Especially like with a lot of teams having gaming houses.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
$1 million gaming houses.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Right? Like there's teams in America like FaZe that have like $1 million gaming mansion.
Right. Yeah.
Right? And it's such a good opportunity to train and practice together and like build a chemistry. But coming back to Australian infrastructure in gaming, it's not that
Yeah.
big, so they're not going to afford that.
Of
you know.
course.
They're not going to give that opportunity to the players. So we have to practice online, and yeah.
Awesome. I want to kind of unpack that a little bit more. That whole practicing aspect. Like for example, I played baseball most of my life, and
Mhm.
we would train pretty often, but it'd be like 2-3 hours a day. But it's a lot of physical drills, right? I mean,
Right.
you're honing physical skills, and it's a lot of also stamina building and all of that. When it comes to practicing gaming, how much of it is, for example, developing certain physical aspects of it? Like, do you have any drills where you work on like hand-eye coordination or finger dexterity versus like whatever specific in-game skill, like, you know?
Yeah, no, yeah, I get that's a really good question actually. Well, this is how training basically goes. So you would all get on at the same time, and you would obviously want to practice together because it's a 4v4 competition, like 4 player versus 4 player. That's the professional layout. So you'd all get on at the same time. You'll do some warm-ups, and then you'll try your best to find another team that's online at the same time to do a scrimmage. We call it scrims. And you would just practice versing each other. And obviously you'd want to verse the best teams in your country to get the best practice as possible. And that's what we always used to do. We always used to verse the best. Even if we were like ahead of everyone sometimes, or if another team was better than us, we'd always like verse the best team as possible. But also give other teams an opportunity to verse us, like a lower tier team as well. Just to help the community, build themselves up, because there's different tiers in terms of how good players are. But yeah, we'd all get on, do a warm up, and then scrim for about like 4 or 5 hours,
Wow.
and then after the scrimmage, we would have like a dialogue. We'll talk about what we did wrong, what we did right, and then if your team is extremely serious about competing, you would write up a document. You do like a self-development document of like what you need to improve on, like such as your aim, your shot, your like throwing grenades, just utilizing your grenades, and or like utilizing your utility, movement. Always like it's a big thing. Like every individual has their things to work on, and there's that aspect, and then there's the team aspect where what you have to work on together as a team, where to move together as a team. If you're shooting at the same place or moving at the same place together, working towards the same objective, and that sort of stuff. They'll go for like a couple hours, and then call it a night.
Awesome. So after so a lot of it is very scrimmage based, right? So you're
Right.
really practicing within an actual competitive scenario.
Yes.
Do you ever just like, for example, you're like, my aim or like my grenade throwing. Let's stick to that, right? Because it's very specific. Grenade throwing. Do you ever just like after you with your team, you just like log off and you go solo mode and you just practice chucking grenades for an hour?
Oh, for sure, dude. Yeah, definitely. Definitely going in like, especially before scrimmage. Like if you're on by yourself, or like you're the first one on, I would always be the first one on. I would always want to try to practice first.
Awesome.
Get ahead of everyone.
Respect.
And yeah, you'd always want to go in and you just look at your self-development notes, and you'll just see what you need to work on. And then, if it's throwing grenades, you'll just like go into a game and like put into your head before the game that, okay, I need to utilize my grenades every time I spawn, or every time like I'm alive, And then, every match individually, you just like go in and like work on throwing grenades, like, and utilizing your utility for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I
pretty
wonder
awesome.
one of the biggest challenges having video gaming as a career.
Definitely balancing social life and gaming life. It's tough. I think that's a really big challenge because when I was competing, man, I didn't go out much. I was quite antisocial. It's a negative thing, but also it's also a positive thing because those were my friends as well. We had a big community online, so it's like it's a win-lose situation in the sense where I'm not really hanging out with my friends in real life, like in like personally, like from school and whatnot, that much. But at the same time, I'm also hanging out with my friends online. You know, it's not,
It's like you're not really missing out on anything anyway. Right?
not really,
too
not
much.
necessarily. But the people that are like from school, they do get annoyed sometimes that I compete.
Right,
So-
right. 'Cause you're spending so much time.
Right. Yeah.
Because I mean, that's a ridiculous amount of time. I mean, again, on top of everything, you're doing like basically a full-time job, right? I
Yeah,
mean, just
exactly.
playing competitively.
Exactly.
So that's pretty intense. What is the thing that it did it impact you negatively in any way? Because I would assume like, or for example, physically, or was that something you had to take note of, like health and diet and fitness?
For sure, man. I think nowadays, a lot of professional players they put into that account of like being physically fit, you know, being mentally fit. I think that is extremely important. We didn't really consider that as an option. Like we just like gamed and grubbed up and got our,
Yeah.
you know, just hands dirty and just like it was bad for me. I mean, we were all just sitting down just gaming for hours, you know.
Right.
So you would expect just to gain weight, you know, just
Yeah.
eating, sitting down, and not you know, going
Doritos
to
and Mountain
exactly
Dew.
not going to the gym, not you know, not
Watching
being-
porn 3 times a day.
right. You know,
Yeah.
it's that's just how it is. That's
Like,
how it goes.
That's life, man.
That's
I can
life. Just staying
imagine.
in front of the computer for hours. You know,
That'd be kind of a funny exercise to work on your concentration. You have like the
Yeah.
most amazing porn all around you playing nonstop, and you have like the tiniest like phone screen for like your video game.
right. Yeah. I mean, that's reality, man.
All right, all right.
Yeah, no, definitely in a physical aspect, it was a strain, but you can take in both ways. You can either go extremely serious and work out on your physical as well as like your gaming, but we didn't really do that. It's not good.
Did you develop any like carpal tunnel or back problems from sitting down?
Definitely back problems and posture problems.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's a bad issue.
Yeah.
Posture problems especially.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have carpal tunnel for sure. For me, not really.
That's great.
Yeah, I didn't get that, so I was lucky.
Hmm.
But posture is a big thing.
Right. You know, I have a baby brother, and he always talks about how he wants to be a streamer when he grows up. In your experience, what's some real advice you could give him? Like, maybe an eye-opening thing. It could be negative or positive. I mean, it was your experience.
Yo, dude, trust me. When I was streaming, I was probably the most happiest guy ever. It was so fun,
That's
man.
awesome.
Streaming was amazing. I like even if like I was like growing quite fast as well, and plus like I was streaming League of Legends in Australia. It's a big game in Australia.
Yeah,
you know?
I know.
It's a really good game to start streaming, you know, and building yourself. And I had like a gaming community behind me anyway, so it was a good start. But I think streaming is fun. You know, you just have to do it the right way. You have to build yourself the right way, and yeah, you just can't really take how many viewers you have as a success kind of thing. You know, you have
Right.
to definitely start building yourself, and that will take some time for sure, especially streaming. Yeah.
Well, that's actually really good advice because that's
Yeah.
sounds like great advice for what we're doing right now, right?
Yeah, I mean,
This is sort of streaming, I guess.
right? Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, for sure. But this isn't live, right? So
No, it's
all
not. It's
recorded.
not. It's
Yeah, I think the
recorded.
pressure of being live is like way, way hard. Like, imagine you
Yeah.
just stuff up, and it's video games. You're gonna
That's
say some
true.
horrific shit you would never say in like a face-to-face base, you know, courtesy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's also a good point.
Do you ever consider live streaming or going?
Yeah,
for like
I've
a one-off?
always wanted to. I've
Right.
always wanted to. Like that is my my backup plan in life.
Live stream what?
Hearthstone. I'm really good at it.
You know Hearthstone?
Yeah, I do.
It's a good vibe. It's a good game.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's
Yeah.
just so hard.
Yeah, and slow, which means like you have to really keep talking throughout, which is seems
Like, and
like
every time you like lose a card, you take like another article of clothing off,
Yeah, you know.
and then after all the clothes are gone, it's like how much more oil you can put on your body.
I know how what else I can
after
stuff up
like
my butt.
older like gentlemen like just are just come creeping behind you every
Start-
one step closer every time you fuck up again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh God.
Have you ever considered live streaming the Scrapyard?
That actually, yeah. That actually be pretty cool. Doing like a live episode.
Yeah, just what we talk about.
It's good. I don't know. I don't know.
We'll figure that out.
That's a great suggestion.
Yeah.
If anybody's listening and wants us to do a live episode,
Okay.
let us know.
We could do a live episode, but we don't have the funds for the amount of baby oil we would need
Oh my
to
God.
pull this entire
Right.
operation off.
I have a lot of bottles. You'd be surprised.
Done. But we
Okay.
also need enough volunteer old men to slowly creep up on us every time we make a mistake.
I think that's easily done too.
Damn, all right, we can do it.
Yeah, we can do
We
it.
get it done tomorrow. You want to
Alright.
join?
Big, yeah, I'm down.
All
100%.
right.
All
Let's do
right.
this.
So we're gonna live stream an episode of the Scrapyard. But yeah, so you were streaming. Did you have to like construct a personality?
I was gonna ask that too.
'Cause that's really tough. Because I mean, again, you're live. You have to always be on a certain
At a
persona
certain level of
or
like
something.
professionalism or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's definitely a great question. Actually, it's something to think about because when you watch people stream, you think, okay, are these guys actually like how they are in real life, and then
Yeah.
you know people like how they stream because they're so energetic and whatnot. But actually streaming and actually getting like some traction and some people like commenting and talking to you while you're streaming and stuff, like you get a bit of a hype and you know you get
yeah.
especially like myself, I'm a very like energetic kind of guy. I love to
Right.
like just rage or you know like
Yeah.
especially playing League of Legends. That game pisses me off sometimes, man.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
But-
Dude.
But it's good. I love that game. You know, I was extremely competitive at that game as well. Competed in a lot of events. So having that background as well, having like the competitive background and like the just like normal community, you know,
Right.
background. Like I had a balance of both. So yeah, it was good like competing because once you compete, you take it serious, and when you take it serious, you're more energetic, you're more like into it,
Yeah.
you know, and people just love watching that, you know. But yeah, I was definitely like as real as I can be. If I ever rage, I genuinely raged, you know. If I was ever happy, I was happy. If I was sad, I would cry.
I can
And, yeah,
imagine.
it
What
was,
is your most
emotional.
embarrassing moment on camera, or like the cringiest moment, or the moment you would like to erase forever from the depths of the internet?
Dude, this was while streaming. So bad. So someone donated me like $25.
$25?
Yeah.
God, I should get on this thing.
Yeah, no, it was good. I had a fair few donations. They're great people. And most of them were my friends anyway. So
Awesome.
Great
but
fans.
yeah, this one random guy donated me $25 to chug a hot sauce. And I was
awesome.
dude. And the thing is, back in the day, I loved hot sauce. Now, not really, because there's a lot of sodium in that, and I'm trying to decrease my sodium levels. It's a good tip, health tip. Anyway, yeah, and he told me to joke because I always used to put. I used to eat on stream as well because there's something.
Just hot sauce?
No, no, like food.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
a freak.
That
was like
yeah, just
Just slowly like put it on the keyboard, just like lick it off every time you kill someone.
no, definitely was no freak. But I liked hot sauce, you know, and when I had a break in gaming, I'd eat, talk to the viewers and stuff, and I always used to put some hot sauce. And yeah, someone donated saying chug a fucking hot sauce, don't be a bitch. And I'm like, all right, shit. And
It's
he turned,
$25.
yeah, and he turned in $25. I'm like, shit, I have to do this. So I had like different kinds of like hot sauces as well. And yeah, I had some chicken wings as well. So I
a good
first,
time.
warmed myself up. I got some, and there was like a fair few viewers. I had like 25 viewers or something, 25, 26 viewers. That was a lot. for me.
That is a
That's
lot.
that-
That's
yeah,
a
for
lot
me,
of
that was-
live viewers.
For me,
That's a lot.
that was good. Like it's a normal, it's good, good starting kind
That's
of thing.
really good.
Yeah, it was decent in Twitch as well, which is pretty hard
Yeah.
to get viewers.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I started warming myself up. I was just getting some wings, putting some hot sauce, drizzling, and then yeah, it happened, and I just got the hot sauce and I put it in a bottle. I mixed like 3 different hot sauces, and I just chugged that thing down.
How big was the thing? Paint me a picture.
It was just
Holy shit.
like,
Yeah.
but no, I didn't fill it up the whole way. It was
Okay.
just like half of it.
That's
at
a
least.
lot of hot sauce.
It was a lot, man. It was bad. It was, oh man, I regretted that.
What kind of
deeply.
hot sauce was it? Are we talking like super spicy? Or was it thick too, like sriracha? Or
Right,
was
no,
it like
I-
Tabasco?
Yeah, it was.
These are important details.
I didn't have Tabasco, but I had sriracha for sure. I had, I forgot what the other hot sauces were, but sriracha is definitely one of my favorites. Anyway, I always
Yes.
have that. But yeah, it was like 3 different hot sauces, and they were extremely spicy. And I always used to put extremely
Yeah.
spicy foods. Quick question: have you guys ever tried the 2 times? It's like a famous thing in the world. Actually, they always try like these challenges. The 2 times noodles
Oh, that
spicy
thing?
sauce.
No, I have
thing?
I have
You
not
guys
tried
haven't tried
that.
that?
Have
I
you tried
feel
that?
like I have.
Tastes
or was it like
amazing.
a dream, like a fever dream? I don't know.
That's so retarded. No, you haven't.
Dude,
What the?
I'd like to say yes.
What are you doing?
but a lot of people have tried it. A lot of people like it's like it was like a challenge. Like a lot of people
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
that
I
on
think I'm
YouTube.
familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did try it. I
you tried?
remember. I remember what I tried a bite. It was super fucking spicy. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
that thing that messes you up.
It was not a fever dream. It was real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, I love that. It's like numbingly spicy, but I just love it. I don't know. I was like at one point I was addicted to spicy sauce, man. So yeah, these guys just took advantage of that and made me chug a hot sauce. So
That's
that was
awesome.
pretty cringe, to be honest.
What was your one of your favorite things about gaming for life?
Traveling
Mm.
and competing with my boys, the old
Priceless.
Orange
boys.
Priceless.
The boys,
Of
yeah.
course.
Definitely traveling, and I think one of the most memorable moments was not only like winning competitions, that was a big thing, but going to America to compete and to represent Oceania, Australia, New Zealand.
That's awesome.
Yeah, representing our country and our
That's awesome.
region, it was huge, man. And we placed quite well. We placed top 16.
That's
16
good.
to 24, and there was about 120 teams.
Wild.
And we were the only Australian New Zealand team there. And
Awesome.
yeah, there was a lot of teams like around the world that went to that event. It was called DreamHack. It was a DreamHack event.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty big.
That's big, dude.
Yeah, it's huge. It's
That-
great. Yeah.
What's the energy like at those events? That's must be pretty crazy. I mean, it's like teams from all over. Was it
Insane.
super like hyped up
Dude,
and everything?
Insane, man. It's going to that event, just like people yelling, people like screaming, and like when
Oh, yeah.
well, when your favorite team wins, like people just yell, and like there's a main stage.
Yeah.
That's what like there's side stations and main stage.
Yeah.
So side stations, a lot of teams compete, like, and they funnel out like the people that lose and people that win, and then there's a main stage where the big teams that go on and compete there. And then, yeah, the finals and whatnot all happen on main stage. And our second game was on main stage. And it was tough. We
can imagine the
yeah, we
pressure.
played a pro amateur team in America. And yeah, a lot of pressure indeed. And it was close, but they, you know, Americans, and also America is the best country for Halo.
I can imagine.
They're quite geeks at Halo, to be honest.
Yeah, that's where we draw the line at geeks. Like if they actually win
Ooh.
the
Seriously,
tournament.
dude. Yeah, they're
Like,
geeks.
ooh. Yeah.
If they win, they're geeks.
I just competed, man.
man.
A nerd.
that was cool. Yeah, those guys.
But in coming back to the intensity levels, it's insane, man. It's amazing vibes, amazing like just cool
Yeah.
fun, like meeting your favorite players, like people that you look up to, people that you watch streams on and learn from, meeting them in
Yeah.
real life, and yeah, talking to them, learning from them, and actually watching them live, like watching their screens. You learn a lot, you know, and
can
bringing
imagine.
that back to Australia, you can teach a lot of people. And we did that as well. We taught a lot of people, and we placed quite high after that as well.
That's pretty awesome. Was there any smack talk that's going down? Was there any drama?
Dude, always, man.
Awesome.
You'd always smack talk, especially Halo. That's the king of Halo and Gears of War. Oh man,
can
there's
imagine.
a lot of smack talk, dude.
I can imagine. Because like in like regular gaming, like especially in the Philippines, God, it's the worst.
Really?
Like it's non-stop trash talk. It's what Mark is good at.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
it's my
Just comes out swinging.
It's my forte.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like
You'd be great,
I already
yeah.
know I'm not good at the game, so I have to be good at something else. You know?
Yeah, I mean, dude, trash talk. I mean,
I come here for the smack. Dude.
I mean, trash talking. In terms of it, that's another different sport. That's another game because it's
it's a
mental.
mental.
it's a
yeah.
mental war. You know, if
Right.
someone like is a great trash talker, we know someone in our region that is amazing at trash talking, and it works, man. That shit is another That's another level of
I
gaming.
love trash
telling you.
talking, but the Philippines is not the place to do that, man. We are extremely sensitive with words here. You
Oh,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
Wow.
if you accidentally like bump someone in basketball, they're gonna not like you for the next 3 years. You know?
Oh
what I mean? Like,
shit! So they
like-
take it personal.
Oh my god, man! Like I even used to take it a little personal until I moved to Australia, made some American friends, and then really learned what trash talk was like. I was like,
Right.
instead of saying, like, you can speak Filipino, right?
Konti na lang.
Konti lang. Okay, so
Pero I'm still learning.
so the most normal thing is like when something messes you up, you just go, ano, what, diba?
Yeah.
Right? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
I
like
don't know,
what?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, and that's enough to like set a whole trigger of, oh, he said ano. Like, what do we say back, bro? You know what? No problema mo, dude. Oh shit, it's a longer version of a no, bro.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
like stuff like, well, when I played in a basketball in Australia with American people, they were just saying the most horrendous things anyone could ever say.
In basketball? I
Oh,
thought that was
yeah.
like a friendly
What is the
game.
worst thing? What is the worst trash talk you've ever either heard or dished out or received?
God, it was my Jewish friend. What's this called? By the way, he was the nicest guy ever on earth. Like, he's the kind of guy you meet him once, he'll invite you to a barbecue the next weekend after, and like cook for
He
everyone.
sounds awesome.
I know, great guy, right?
Is this
But-
Ron?
No, different guy.
Oh.
But the second he played basketball, hugest, most horrific, and it would even go like, when there's two ways to hurt someone. There's by going completely like, you're a fucking piece of shit. I hate you. Like, your mom's like good and
Yeah.
like sucks me off and shit. Or he'll go completely like on the 180 side and just be like, yeah, no one here would go to your birthday, would they?
Wow.
And you're just like, what? Whoa.
God.
Oh, God damn, no.
Yeah. Oh, tough. That hurts.
But yeah, with trash talk culture, man.
Yeah.
Like, it gets me through the day, dude.
I know. What about you, Kadir? What is the worst you've heard or the worst you've dished out?
You throw like Shrek.
Probably
had
was
no
in,
arms.
it was probably in America, man. Those guys like
Yeah,
harsh.
bro.
They were probably they were saying a lot of like
Americans, bro.
get back to your fucking country, you fucking Aussies. You know, like
Oh,
go
yeah,
back
yeah.
and like that's a long flight home and shit like that. You know, it's
Did
it's
any
bad.
of the trash talk carry over afterwards? Were there any actual fights?
no, not
An
really.
actual fight.
It's
at
like
the esports.
it's like you trash talk and then once the game's over, hey, good game, man, good game was fun. Yeah, but no, we don't really take it personally, man. It's part of the game. Especially like being a professional gamer, like you know what you know how to be
keep yourself
keep
cool.
the sportsmanship. Just
Right.
keep yourself cool. It's all part of the game.
Okay, so everyone's still sportsmanlike afterwards. There's no
Of course, yeah.
asses. Oh, that's
No,
cool.
not really. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty great.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
You can give a lot of shit to a lot of people and then still be friends with them.
What's the
That's
streaming
true.
community like? You were like engaged in that at all? Like seeing all those hot girls play video games in those costumes that I've heard of.
Yeah, that's actually a thing, right?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
The bathwater thing, right? There's that
Yeah.
girl. who
Bathwater
sold-
thing?
There was a girl that sold vials of her bath water for
Yeah.
like $50, $20
Yeah.
a pop, and
and
made,
she made
What?
like hundreds of thousands.
yeah, because she's a streamer, like a
Yeah.
very very popular. I don't even know what her name is, but I know that story. I heard that for sure.
And
Yeah.
she would bottle up
Her bathwater.
and
Yeah, dude.
sell that.
Dude,
For
worst-
how much?
The worst part was they actually ran like a DNA test and it contained 0 human DNA, which means it wasn't bathwater.
Dude,
it was
even
just
worse,
water.
it fucking tastes like shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so it was just water.
Yeah.
That's a scam.
Yeah, yeah,
She scammed.
yeah. But people, it sold out, and she made
Holy.
bank. She made bank.
So what now? Like, is she gonna like? Are people
She's-
asking for a refund or something?
No, she's still one of the most popular streamers.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow. Probably even getting that publicity made her even bigger.
Yeah.
Oh no, it probably did.
Yeah, I heard of her
Probably.
through that. I
Yeah,
didn't know who she was
exactly.
before that.
Same. Me either. So I mean,
Wow.
that's pretty good. Is that something you would do? Would you like dress up in like a slutty bunny outfit and sell bathwater?
Yeah, what's it called? How do you feel about the difference between having a lot of skill in the game and watching that and the showmanship of it versus dressing up, like, putting your boobs
Right.
together, or like if you're a guy, your balls, so that you get really bulges out.
Right. I think someone that's extremely good at doing all of this is Ninja. He's
Yeah.
a very big
Yeah.
streamer, and he actually started. Fun fact: he started streaming Halo.
No way, I didn't know that.
Yeah, his first ever stream was Halo because he was a competitive Halo player when he was younger.
Oh.
And yeah, he's really good. He's extremely competitive, very good at gaming. I think the biggest stream in the world, and he like fucks around, like doing cosplays, dressing up
Yeah.
as girls and stuff. And it's it's something to learn from. I think learning from him, you have to balance a lot, like balance both of like just having fun on stream as well as playing serious. But me personally, man, I can't dress up as a girl, dude. I can't do that.
Not even for the views, man.
Nah, I can't.
That's
Nah,
what-
I don't sell myself like that. Come on.
Dude,
What
that's
about,
that's what I
like-
do for Halloween for fun, man.
I mean,
it feels
as,
amazing.
As what though? Like it depends. I'm, you know.
A stripper cop.
Or your favorite, I don't know, character, but slutty.
You know Akazuki and Cha-Cha?
Akatsuki Jaja, that's
Akazuki-
good.
Would you
thanks,
do
man.
that?
That's good.
Yeah, for fun. Absolutely. I did it for Halloween.
Yeah, that's
Did you see
something.
my costume?
It's something we would do for fun.
Dude, you were dressed up as like a ninja or something.
It was
That
a homoerotic samurai. Like it was very.
Was it?
super?
It looked
dude.
fucking badass.
My nipples were out.
What? Dude, I didn't know that. Alright, I didn't know. So I thought he had like a robe, like
I did have a
Japanese
robe.
ninja.
With
It
my-
actually was
with-
kind of cool.
with my
It
nipples
was kind of
out.
cool, right?
It was
fucking
cool
awesome.
until you start dancing and
Yeah.
start flowing your skirt around, and then it becomes homoerotic.
It was
I'm not saying
awesome.
it's- yeah.
Dancing with the skirt was fucking sick.
I'm not saying it wasn't, because it was. I'm with
Mhm.
you. I was there with you the whole night.
Mhm.
It was awesome.
I had a long curved sword and he had like a thick baseball bat.
Right.
It was a
Oh,
joke.
what were you?
I was the bear Jew from Inglorious Bastards.
Oh, okay.
Not a single person got it that whole night.
I wouldn't get it either.
That's fair.
To be
No, no.
honest, I'm veggie, bro.
Don't worry, it's expected by now.
Dude,
I'm
the
still living
costume
with
is
this
a
weapon.
sleeveless shirt and jeans. It's not a costume.
Right.
It's just like-
Right.
First of all, I had the medals around my neck. I had a baseball bat. I had suspenders. It was pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
He's also the wrong race for it. The guy's white.
Oh,
So are you,
did
God.
you paint yourself
Oh,
like
yeah.
white a bit?
No,
put
no.
a little, like
White face it up? No,
Yeah, white-
I'd not white face it up. You're not Japanese. The hell are you talking about?
I'm Asian enough, you know.
No, you're
There's like a
not.
line,
No,
you
you're
know what I
not.
mean?
I mean, you can pass as probably like a samurai Jap.
Really?
Yeah, cool samurai Jap.
Okay.
That's
for
huge. Thanks, man.
sure.
I'll take that.
I don't know. That was my whole insult. I got nothing now.
Oh, dude, going back to Ninja, I actually think he's an incredible role model for kids because what he does, my brother loves him.
Yeah.
And but when you someone you love likes something, you give it a chance and always say try to watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, he has good dialogue. You know what I mean, he likes to ask what people think while he's playing, and that gives kids the impression they have a dialogue as well in their lives. Instead of being told what to do, it's always how do you feel about it, why, and how are you going to act from now on with this new information.
Right. Exactly.
Cool,
For
right?
sure. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, he's a good
awesome.
egg.
Yeah,
That is
Ninja.
awesome. So your bro is streaming right now?
Yeah, dude. He's
That's
got
awesome.
13 followers, bro.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Shout out to the V Squad.
Yeah, he
out.
plays Fortnite. He's a little mongrel gremlin, and he loves girls more than anything. So I love him.
That is awesome. That is exactly like what you need as a streamer to love girls and stream for
Yeah,
hours.
this is it. This is gonna get me all the girls.
Exactly.
Check out this KD. Ooh, but yeah, he plays Fortnite and he's honestly I've seen him play. He's really good.
Yeah, is he freak?
He's a little freak, bro.
Wow.
And he has me as a role model. He sees me walk out in Halloween in my homoerotic samurai outfit, and he's like, "That's the definition of a man, right
That's
there.
what I want to be
This
when
is
I grow
the
up.
strongest man I've ever known, dude."
Yeah, shit, that's pretty cool though. I'm actually pretty down. Like I've always wanted to try streaming, and it sounds pretty fun now. Except I got like no.
You don't know
viewers.
that. Don't doubt yourself. Now you
Yeah.
have him
No,
to guide you.
no, I'm crippled with anxiety and self-doubt.
Oh,
No,
come
but
on now.
I'll try it out. But I actually
You
don't know
look
what.
like
I
a
didn't even know what to
confident
play anymore. It's kind of hard starting from scratch too, huh? Like
Yeah.
how did? Because I mean, you went from like shooters, like Halo and Battlefield, to a completely different game, a MOBA, right? League
Yeah.
of Legends.
Yeah, because streaming Halo, I mean, you can just see it. It's not that as big of a. They don't have a big viewership with Halo or
Right.
But then again, in terms like first person shooters, they don't have much of a viewership than like MOBAs because and it would make sense such as Halo. It's like living, dying. Like it's such a quick
Yeah.
5-minute
yeah, I get
game.
that,
You
I get
live, you
that.
die. It's like intense, quick battles and whatnot. You don't have time to talk to your viewers, to communicate, and to actually enjoy the
Oh,
process.
That's a good point.
Whereas MOBA, there's a lot of, it's like a
Downtime.
45-minute game.
Right,
And
yeah.
you're just like chilling out, half the time killing your minions and getting gold and
Yeah.
whatnot. And that's when you have opportunity to talk to your viewers, and just interact and chill out and just mess around. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Maybe we should try doing a live episode. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, it'll be one of our summer projects. We'll figure that out.
Yeah,
For
once.
sure, man.
One day.
Yeah. I was actually thinking that, you guys did a live stream before, but on like YouTube or something, but not yet, huh?
No, no.
Yeah, we'll try it. That sounds like fun.
We'll give it a try if people are interested. If you're interested, just leave a comment or something.
So, how long since you've like last gamed professionally? How many years? It's been a year.
Yeah, it's been a year. Yeah.
You missed it at all? Yeah, like, and what did you do in your downtime when you were playing professionally? Because like, if video games is your work, it's your relaxation time.
That's a great question. Yeah.
Like, what? I can't even fathom.
My downtime was gaming. Honestly, like I would play like probably another game just to not
Get your mind off the
Yeah,
first game that you were
exactly.
playing.
yeah, especially like competing and like playing it, like it's just straining on the mind, So just like playing another game, especially like League of Legends, I'd have like different groups of friends that would have like, they would play different groups, different kinds of games, and all my friends are competitive anyway, but like would chill out like into different games, but. Yeah, I'd just like game in my downtime, and rarely I'd go out and have fun and like talk to some girls and shit. But
Yeah.
What's
back in the
the
day,
what-
man, it was just
Mm.
gaming and gaming.
What's the worst you've ever gotten harassed by a fan or by anyone through gaming or through anything?
Yeah.
Have you gotten harassed online?
Yeah. Actually, the closest I ever had to a physical fight was through a video game. You remember that?
No, I don't.
He was your batchmate. We
I
were playing
remember.
HON, Heroes of New Earth. It's sort of like League of Legends.
Yeah.
And this one guy started trash talking, and then Mark was like, "Hey, I know that guy's my batchmate." And then so we called him out, start trash talking back, like, "We know you are, dude. You whatever, you piece of shit, all that stuff." Start trash talking, and he was like, "Oh yeah, then fucking come over here right now. Let's fight." I'm like, "Dude, I've literally been in your profile. You're like a little fat fuck." And he just kept going, and we were like, "Okay, let's fucking do it. Let's fucking go." And that was close I ever came to fighting, and then I realized it was stupid.
What? It never happened. Fight never happened.
No, 'cause I realized like it was
Oh, big surprise! An online fight didn't
Yeah.
actually progress.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That never happened.
Wow, Johnny, this story
know.
was compelling, and like, never heard anything like it. Holy
no, no.
Christ, dude!
No, but it almost happened because we actually knew where he was and who he was. So
All right,
it's a
besides
step
no,
closer.
no. Besides Johnny's almost fight, what was like the
Okay.
craziest like harassment you've gotten online? Maybe from like a crazed fan or like I don't know, a game gone wrong or something as interesting as Johnny's.
I'm
You're a piece
trying.
of shit.
I love that story, dude. Like I was on the edge of my seat. That's why I don't
I
remember it at fucking all.
hate you.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever been harassed, man. I don't think like people in Australia, man. They're not really like they don't really harass others. They're more like kind, genuine people. It's not much like. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been harassed.
I've been
just never
harassed,
been harassed.
many a time,
Online,
bro.
ever, never.
What is your worst one, Marks?
Oh, there was this guy who would make multiple accounts, I think up to 5, and would repeatedly try and have different ruses and tricks to get me to show pictures of my feet.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, bro.
Wait, and this
Foot
is
fetish?
online, not
Oh, this
video
is
game.
online, dude.
Oh,
yeah, it's
not video
it's
game. Yeah.
I didn't play, but it's my only experience is online being harassed through Instagram. And yeah, this guy, 5 different accounts. Like, oh, we're a slippers brand. Oh, we're a
Ooh. Sneaky.
yeah, exactly. Really sneaky.
That
and,
is sneaky.
Foot modeling agency. And what's
Wait,
so
wait.
funny
What?
is they'd be like, we're offering you this much money. All you have to do is take photos of your feet with measurements and stuff. And he got 2 of my friends, man. Like the
Awesome.
same dude.
Holy
There's a
shit.
foot dude. And he was so adamant that I had a fashion show somewhere in some mall in BGC. I come out and I was with my friend. This guy, turns out to be the dude, by the way, comes up with laminated little pieces that says, "I'm an official fan of yours," and makes me sign it. I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever. Yeah. And then
Ooh.
after that, while I was walking around barefoot in my slippers, because after a modeling show, who cares how you look like, right?
Right.
So he goes next to me, and you can see him like pulling his phone out and just taking snapshots of my foot.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Just discreetly. Just
Yeah. And the only reason I knew that was because I was with my friend, and he had elbowed her out of the way to get beside me and then take photos of my feet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
That's a real thing though. Foot fetish, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
man.
5 accounts over the span of 2 years, and
Did-
it's
and he didn't get you?
No, he didn't get me. It's just pretty funny seeing your other friends like fall for the same thing. He said 200,000 pesos, man. Of course, I'm gonna show my feet a little
Oh
bit.
my god.
But he didn't pay 200,000 pesos.
No, because his thing was I am a fake like shoe brand.
Send me your feet and then I will send you money. Haha.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a Nigerian
Like-
prince.
Legit. Like that was his angle. I have to see what your feet look like up close because it's a shoe modeling thing and et cetera, et cetera. It's like a big brand. Whatever.
That's pretty creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's harassment.
And one of his account names was Foot and Feeter.
That's so good.
I know. I'm like, how does no one like get this guy,
God.
dude? And like you can see how he
Oh,
progressed throughout the
man.
years. I was like hopeful, like like I could really help you with your career if you do this. And it turned into, I told all my friends to follow you on Instagram. You owe me this.
Oh my
the
God.
least you owe me is your pinky
Oh,
toe,
man.
bro.
Wow.
Oh wow.
I hope he's doing well.
Yeah. Oh.
He had fucking like fake teeth, bro. He was like the scariest dude ever.
That's terrifying.
creepy,
Was he
man.
old?
Oh yeah, definitely. Or he looked ancient or something,
my
bro.
God.
Yeah, foot and feeder, man. God bless you wherever you are.
Yeah. Shit. Well, it's about time we wrap up the episode. It's been around 50 minutes. It's a
Yeah.
shame to end it on feet fetishes, but
Right, yeah.
Yeah, any
Bef-
plugs you want to say? Any
before-
last words?
Exactly.
Kadir?
Before we go, you've got time. What are you doing
yeah.
now with your life? What do you want to plug?
What am I doing now? Yeah, I'm just pursuing my career as a model and actor. It's actually one of my passions of mine. Back in childhood and high school, I did a lot of drama. So yeah, I'm just doing acting, modeling. Just check me out on Instagram at Kadir Yeles, KadirYeles.
Awesome.
Just see some content. I also want to start vlogging as well. I might
Awesome.
do some vlogging. Yeah, might start on like IGTV and then get onto YouTube. Because just getting onto YouTube just straight up is just tough.
Yeah. No.
That's what we're
because-
doing. It is tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough, man. Building yourself on YouTube is
Yeah.
tough. So
yeah. Shit.
I think first getting my viewership from Instagram to YouTube
that's
is
pretty
what
good.
I'm gonna do. So yeah, just check out my Instagram. So that's about it, and then that's what I'm doing. You can just see everything that I do on Instagram. Yeah.
We'll plug you in our show description. Don't worry.
Awesome, thank you so
But
much.
before we go, we forgot to do our little question thing, so we could do a little rapid fire, just random questions.
Yeah. All right. Calm your mind. Think about.
First answer that comes to the mind.
Yeah. Think about just blank space it, and we'll take turns asking you questions.
Okay, Marco, you start.
Woosah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Who's your favorite parent?
Mum.
Oh, that's good enough.
Mum is voice.
All right, that's cute.
Love
If
you,
you
Mom.
were a breed of dog, what breed would you be?
German Shepherd.
Oh.
Who would you rather fight, Bruce Lee or Mike Tyson?
Bruce Lee, but why would I just say Bruce? Well, yeah, Bruce Lee, yeah.
There you
Rather
go.
fight? Who would you rather kiss, Bruce Lee or Mike Tyson?
Done.
Bruce Lee.
Good answers.
Racist. It's a little racist.
I
but
don't know.
I love you,
It's
Mike
both
Tyson.
times
I love
Bruce
Mike
Lee,
Tyson.
like suspicious.
I know. A little fetish over here.
Coffee or cheese?
Coffee.
Ooh, that's a good one. What is your favorite drink? God, that's the fucking worst question. Okay, scratch that. What is your greatest fear in life?
Stop doing that to our guests. That's like what a fucking freak.
Favorite drink? You know what? Iced tea. I love iced tea. Shout out to iced tea.
Okay.
And fear, fuck, spiders. I fucking hate spiders, especially from
Spiders
Australia.
like these, bro.
Oh, what the
Fucking
fuck?
see this shit, bro.
No, that's awesome though.
Oh, thanks,
That's,
man.
Yeah, I love that. That shit's awesome.
I love you, man. Fuck
Yeah, I
yeah.
love you too.
But
man.
respect, spiders in Australia are terrifying.
Yeah, dude. Insane.
Yeah.
We know.
Last question, Marco, go.
Can you do backflip?
No, but I want to learn. Can someone teach me?
I can almost do one.
I
Holy
can
shit, really?
also almost do one actually.
It's in my Tinder profile.
Oh, hell yeah.
I
can
can do
almost
one.
do a
I can
backflip.
almost do one better than Marco.
Oh, dude.
Damn.
That's almost in his Tinder profile, too.
Alright.
Almost
It's like
there.
linked. Our Tinder profiles are linked together.
Wait, what's almost like going halfway or like what?
That's what they have to find out.
Okay, yeah, true. Fair
It's a little
enough.
mystery.
Fair
All right,
enough.
this has been the Scrapyard. I'm Marcos Suarez.
I'm Johnny Altamonte.
And I'm Kadir Yeles. Thank you for having me, guys.
Oh,
It's been
thanks for
awesome.
coming, man.
Yeah, man,
Thanks
it's
so
been a
much.
blast.
All right, we love you guys. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Scrapyard.